Sweden is one great nation and one amazing country that, although remains neutral, has good concern for its defensive forces. And for those who are unaware, Sweden is actually a country that has sworn off the military for many years, as a matter of fact, over 200 years. And hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to FTD Facts. Now, my name is Dave Walpole, and today we are actually going to look at the last war that Sweden ever fought. Now, one of the reasons for this is because, well, we've done a lot of videos in the past here where we've talked about Sweden. And for me, when I learned that Sweden was just a neutral country, I was like, why is it? And what is the last war it's ever fought? Now, with that in mind, guys, if you guys love learning about cultures, you love learning about history and all that jazz, well, you want to subscribe to FTD Facts if you guys haven't done so already, because that's what we do here on the channel. Also, keep in mind, guys, if you guys are from Sweden or you guys are just interested in Sweden, well, we've done a bunch of other videos. I'll put them in cards throughout the videos. You can check them out, and I'll put them at the end screen as well. And before I get in this video, I want to know, do you think that every country needs a giant military to defend itself, or do you think that possibly that there could be nations out there that could be having a small little military and still do amazing? Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. But now, let's get started. Let's go into the past and let's look at the Napoleonic War. Now, the Napoleonic War lasted approximately 12 years, 5 months, and 4 weeks, spanning from the 18th of May from 1803 to November 20th of 1815. And as a matter of fact, historians will actually even say that this war was a continuation of the French Revolution and the French Revolutionary Wars. And as a matter of fact, for most Europeans, the 1812 war between Canada and the United States is considered part of the Napoleonic War as well. But as for Sweden, it was generally in the coalitions with English and Russia opposing Napoleon and his French forces. Now, after many years of the Napoleonic War, it finally came to an end, and with that, Denmark was forced to give Norway to Sweden. Now, this was known as the Treaty of Kiel, which was signed in January of 1814. Now, if it wasn't for this, you could say that the Napoleonic War was the last war that Sweden ever really participated in. Now, when this treaty was signed, Norwegians obviously didn't agree to this, and Prince Christian Frederick of Denmark became the elected king of independent Norway. And although he didn't agree with this, he actually tried to get the nation to be its own independent nation, tried to get help from other countries from around the world. It didn't really go for him, and this led to war. Now, at this point, Christian Frederick ordered his 30,000 troops of Norway to secure the border and self-appointed his country as an independent nation. Now, Sweden, on the other hand, they didn't really like this. As a matter of fact, they also outnumbered the Norwegians with 45,000 troops, and they had a much more superior navy. And because of that, the first battle took place on January 26th of 1814 when the Swedish Navy attacked Havlir, winning the day against the fleeing Norwegian ships who bought time to evacuate the army within the city. Now, although Norway did win some battles throughout the months of the war, they did come to the conclusion that they could not continue to fight the Swedes because they would inevitably lose. However, after the Battle of Langs, fortunately enough, Norway did not give an unconditional surrender. Because on August 7th of 1814, the next heir to Sweden, Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte, proposed a ceasefire. And it was due to the talks after the battles of Langes, which Norway had been granted that it would be considered a personal union with Sweden instead of a province or state. And this was signed through the Eidsvoll Constitution. But however, it wasn't until August 14th of 1812 that Norway actually signed the official ceasefire with Sweden. Now, this was known as the Convention of Moss, which was the official ceasefire that ended the last war that Sweden had ever fought with its brothers and the entire world. And what's amazing, even after this, with things like World War I and World War II, Sweden remained true to its words and remained neutral. As a matter of fact, during World War II, it basically said to Germany, we're not having anything to do with you guys, we'll help trade with you guys, but we're not getting into anything. And as a matter of fact, they even shot down German airplanes when they illegally used their airspace. But as of today, Sweden remains one extremely neutral country, surviving 2 world wars and other dark times in history. And in today's world, Sweden remains a powerhouse with a purchasing power parity GDP of $522 billion, ranking 34th in the world. And without a major war machine, even its unemployment is under 6%, which is fantastic. And as for its nominal GDP per capita, it sits at $51,264, ranking 11th in the world. And because of all this, Sweden proves to itself and many other countries that you can make money in the world and be at peace in mind and heart. But my name's Dave Walp, and I want to thank you guys for tuning in and learning about Sweden and the last war that ever Sweden took part in. Now, before you guys get out of here, just to remind you guys, if you guys have checked out the cards or at the end of this video, there's some cool videos on Sweden if you want to learn more about that great nation, because there's so much to learn. On top of that, guys, hit the subscribe button and make sure to tune in to us every single day, because this is the kind of stuff that we do for you guys. But other than that, guys, leave a comment for a future FTD Facts video, because we do listen to you guys, and you guys have a fantastic one until the next video. Bye. So you made it to the end of an FTD Facts video. Now, this has been a really cool one learning about wars, but now we've also done military videos, and we've also done really cool videos just talking about the country. So here's some videos for you guys to check out, some playlists. I recommend that you guys look into them. Other than that, guys, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Alrighty, bye-bye.